Advertising on Google Ads for tradies with a small budget, it can be done, you just have to do it in the right way. I'm Kirk Skinner from the agency Alternative. Like and subscribe here, it really helps the algorithm, especially if you find some value in this video. So first things first, if you focus on the right people, the right strategy, and your main service, you can get away with a small budget. Yes. And it's important to do that at first because most people don't have $10,000, $20,000 to spend on Google Ads. They normally start at $1,000, $2,000 a month. And with that, we need to do these specific things. So the first thing is pick one service. Don't go in there and you might do 5 different things. Let's say you're a painter, you might do commercial painting, residential painting, you might do epoxy flooring. Do not advertise them all. Choose the one that you either specialize in, has the most margin, or talk to someone who knows advertising in the industry where you can get the most leads, and then just advertise that service. I use this analogy with a lot of clients. So Google Ads can be like fishing. You can throw out a net, catch a lot of fish, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. Whereas if you really focus on one service, you can throw the line in the right area and still catch the right fish. And then later on, you can throw out more lines without wasting money. The second thing I'd advise to do is whatever service you're advertising, send them to a page on your website that talks about that. A lot of people, they might advertise one service, but they send it to a homepage, and the homepage talks about 10 services, about us section, and everything else. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean on my screen right now. So this is a client of ours and they have a really nice website, but they've got lots of different options for people to look through here. And if someone's typed in chain wire fencing and they come here, they don't immediately see chain wire fencing, even though that's an image of it there. But it flicks between and it's advertising, I guess, commercial security fencing in general. Now, here too, look, there's some good elements on this page, but they've got all the different types of fencing. Now, there is another option. We create these landing pages where if someone types in palisade fencing, the first thing they see is palisade fencing and the whole page talks about that. And we only stay on one, can't surf around the website, which often leads to lower conversion. And in general terms, that means less people picking up the phone and also less people putting in forms for the same amount of dollars. Now, these pages are really optimized as well to get people to fill out a form or call, and of course, they look good on mobile. Another thing that new Google Ads advertisers do, which is a massive mistake, is they choose the wrong bidding strategy. There's a different bidding strategy for month 1 compared to month 2, and you might wonder why. Now, the truth is, it's because a new account has no information. Google doesn't know who likes your services. It doesn't know the age group, the gender, the type of person, what they're interested in. It has to learn first. So we always start with max clicks or target impression share. Now I'm going to go in here and show you how to change this. And you can see here, I've got an account that's on target impression share, and I can click on the settings cog here, and then I can go down, click on target impression share, change bid strategy, and then change it to, let's say, max conversions or max clicks. So you can always change the bidding strategy in the settings, and the difference between impression share and clicks and how we use them differently. If you have a service that isn't getting searched for a lot, we do target impression share because we're trying to get all the impressions for that search. But if there's a lot of searches, we'll use max clicks. Now, the key is that once you get enough information in your account, you transfer over to max conversions, and that's where you're going to get even better performance. And that's why Google Ads gets better months on months on months. Another mistake I see is people use the wrong targeting. They use the wrong location targeting, and they also don't use negative keywords.
What?
If you're advertising in Sydney, but you live in the Northern Beaches and that's your main service area, start there. It's going to cost you a lot more money to advertise across Sydney, and it's also going to take you longer to get there. So if you target the Northern Beaches, you can get some quick wins there, and then you can start actually expanding the radius and taking in more and more locations. Now, to change the location settings, we can click on the settings cog again, click on locations, and put in more specific locations. And the other thing to mention is negative keywords. If you know that people are going to search for something and it's not relevant to your service, you need to put in those keywords. One of the things I see with trades all the time is that people are looking for the actual product, not the service, and this can waste a lot of money for a tradesperson who's advertising. So to use fencing as an example, sometimes people are looking for supplies, buy supplies, they're looking for rolls of, I guess, chain wire, or they might be looking for panels. We try and exclude all of these because they're obviously not valuable to the client who wants to provide a service. These clicks can cost $10, $12, $15. That money adds up real quick when you're advertising to places you don't want to. And the worst one of the lot that I see is people who run Google ads without tracking. Now, admittedly, in the first week, if you run it without tracking, it's going to perform the same as if you have tracking on the ads. But over the weeks and months, as Google Ads learns, if you have tracking on your account, it's going to go leaps and bounds off the people who don't have tracking. And the important tracking to do is call tracking, so we know who calls you, and also for the forms, any form submitted. Now, we set this up in Go High Level and it works really, really well. And what we see is a lot of lazy agencies will only track the click. Now, to use an example again, if we come in here and there's a call us button and someone clicks on this and then cancels, the agency that counts the click, that would be a false conversion, a false call. Whereas if you track the actual call coming through, and the way we do that is we set up different numbers that redirect to your number, we actually track every call exactly. And the other thing is too, not everyone clicks on the website. They might pick up their phone, type in the number, and then call through. We can still track those conversions as well. Super important when you're growing an account over time. So to summarize, it is possible to get great results through Google Ads, even on a small budget. You just have to be super focused, find the right people, and limit the services you're providing. Now, to summarize what we went through, select one service. Build a specific landing page for that service that has all the information and clearly a button where people can call or fill out a form. Get the bidding strategy right, because if you do the bidding strategy wrong, especially compared with month 1 or month 2, it can really stuff up the ads. And lastly, set up tracking, because as your account grows, we need to know who the calls are coming from, who the forms are coming from, and you're going to beat all your competitors if you have your tracking correct. Now, of course, if you need any help with this, there'll be a link in the description to our services. Feel free to click through. And as mentioned before, like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. Thank you for watching today. More videos to come.